Welcome back, my dear students. I feel a lot better, so let's get going. Okay, guys, if you're tired, you're not going to be learning as much. So make sure you get your rest, at least something, and drink your energy, natural juices, of course. So, anyway, let's get going. Here on the Forgot page, what we're going to be doing is writing some PHP code and having some real cool fun. But we don't want anybody just to come in here. So that's why we created this little get request here coming from the front page because we don't want anybody posting anything there, right? So if the person that goes in there does not, it's not a get request. Okay, we don't want it there. So we just a little bit of the security. Later on, we're gonna work on more, but let's just start now here. Let's create a PHP tags and let's write some code. Let's use some of our function. If let's see if it is method post, get. So if it's not that, okay, or well, we want it to be post and we want it to have some type of value. So we can say if it's not that and it's not, um, you know what, we can use the function twice here. Actually, in the first one we're checking for the method, and this one we're just gonna check for a value, so we can't. I don't have a function for that yet. You can create one if you like. So if it's not forgot, because that's the key we are getting, then we are going to redirect immediately. And we're going to redirect this person somewhere else, maybe to the index. Let's check it out to see if it works. So I'm going to take the parameters out, and that works. Let me see what I'm doing wrong here. If it is not get, let's just do this. If it's not, it should work. It should work. If it's not get and it's not, so it has to be. Oh, you know what? It has to be both. So you know what? Let's just do an or here. There we go. One of those. We want one of those in here. Let's just say it right there. There we go. So if it's not a get request or we don't have a key for a get request, we want that person not to be here at all. If they have both one of them, they can be here. Okay. So that's fine. Next, we are going to be using something like that, but a little bit different. We're going to check for a post request, and if we get a post request, we just got to make sure, oops, that some of the values are set, right? We got to create a function for that. I'm getting a little tired of writing the ESET, right? But anyway, so let's just create one that checks for the email, right? Because in reality, what we want is we want to be able to get the email, okay, from this form here, because this form is going to have this email input. Okay, so if that's set, we know that something or someone submitted that form. Okay, so once that's set, we're going to get the email. And of course, that is going to be this here. And of course, you can trim it, you can escape it. We have functions for that, right? I'm going to leave it the way it is because what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using prepare statements, all right, to avoid some SQL injections and all that stuff, okay? So we are also going to be creating a token here because we are going to be putting that in the database. So I'm going to be using a function called bin to heads. And I believe this is available in lower versions of PHP. But I do recommend for most of you to upgrade your PHP. Okay, always keep your PHP upgraded. Now on this course, I'm using, yeah, I started with PHP 5.4, I believe, from the beginning. But as you can tell later on in the lectures, we're using PHP 7. It's faster. It has a couple more features that we can use. I'm not using some of the PHP 7 features yet, just because there are many websites that are only running PHP 5. Okay, and so that's one of the reasons I haven't not using all of it yet. But I will use some of it just to show you. So this is going to take, let's just, this Bing heads, this is one function, but there is another function I want to use inside of here is open, uh, open SSL something. I forgot the random. There we go, pseudo bytes. And let's create a length for our token here because that's going to take a length. And if you want more information about those functions, just go to the website. It gives you a lot more in depth. We're just going to create some random strings here and with some heads values and all that stuff. Okay, there we go. And I'm misspelling that. Is GTH. I always confuse that. I don't know if you've seen my courses, but the length thing in keyword, the length word, super confusing for me. Okay, once we have that, then we need to start building our prepare statement. Okay, we need to start connecting to the database and all that, making sure that the email does not exist in our database, you know, on and on and on. I'll show you how to do that in the next lectures. Thank you so much.